One of the main and controversial topics debated about in today's society is over the question of should drug dealers convicted of distributing large quantities of drugs receive the death penalty? My answer to this question would be yes. Drug dealers who are convicted of distributing large quantities of drugs should receive the death penalty. And throughout this PowerPoint, I'm going to go through reasons why I believe this. My first reason is that since 2000, the drug overdose rates have increased by 137%. And this chart here is just showing the years from 2000 to 2014, the increase that these deaths have had. And the top line is all drug overdose deaths, which has steadily gone up throughout the years. And the bottom line is drug overdose deaths involving opioids. And so I believe that if this government took a stand against the drug problem that we have in this country and started with the drug dealers, that these deaths could go down because they wouldn't have as easy access to these drugs as they do right now. A second reason that I believe that drug dealers should face the death penalty is that people who are on drugs are hurting themselves and their loved ones around them. And as you see, the picture on the left is a normal brain, and the picture on the right is someone who has been using methamphetamine. And I believe that this just shows that not only does it affect a person's health, but also if their brain is not working properly, that they're going to make decisions that they wouldn't have made before. And so this does affect them and also those around them. Another reason why I believe this is that most people are unaware of the addiction problem in the United States. And this link that I have on here is just one example of a girl who was a senior in high school, and she used heroin one time, and she sadly passed away because of this. And so this video is just her parents discussing the problems that this country has in relation to the drug problem. And so I believe that this is just one of many cases that these teenagers are getting affected by these drugs. And so I believe that the drug dealers who are the ones implementing this into this society, that they should be the ones to face the consequences, and that the government should show them that they are serious about this. And so this is just a chart and map of the areas of influence of major Mexican criminal organizations, and many of these are drug cartels. And so this just shows that the problem is real. It's all over the United States. And so it just shows that the need for this implementation is so important. I do understand that there is potential opposition to the drug problem and the consequences that I have been sharing throughout this PowerPoint, but three of these oppositions include: one, it's not a violent crime. And I would say, yes, it is. Many people are affected by this. Many people are dying because of this drug problem. And not only that, but it's leading people to partake in more violent crimes than maybe just drug dealing. It's leading them to kill people to protect themselves. And so it's not a just easy crime. It's very violent. And the second opposition could be that they could focus more on prescription drugs rather than the selling of drugs. And not only is illegal drugs dangerous, also prescription drugs, but I feel like the focus should be on both of them and not just prescription drugs. So this opposition is not very clear and concise. And so the third opposition is it wouldn't stop the drug dealers because of the amount of money they make. And I do understand that drug dealers make a lot of money, but if they are faced with their life or money, I would hope that they would choose their life instead. So this implementation could change how they live their life. And I do believe that implementing the death penalty as punishment for cases concerning high up drug dealers would benefit the United States majorly. And these are the three benefits that I majorly feel are important. And the first one is the death penalty costs the government less money than keeping them in prison. And so why not save the government less money for these people who have chose to act in this crime for a long time now, selling this, getting up to the position that they were at. And two, government can show that they are taking a stance against the drug issue. And like I've shared throughout this whole thing, the drug issue is real. And so if the government shows that they are taking a stance against it, maybe it will protect these teens and people who are affected by it daily. The third benefit that I would like to share is that there are already 41 capital offenses that are punishable by death. And so it holds people back from wanting to partake in these offenses. So why not add another one to show that this is serious and that people should not be a part of it? So my final question for you is, are you willing to take a stand against drugs to protect the children, teens, and family in this country so that no one else would lose their life because of drugs? Drugs are very dangerous, and so I feel like this should be something that we all are willing to take a stand for. Thank you, and my name is Casey Stephanie, and here is a list of my references.